Like I say, the car that you see in all the JFK stuff and all that other stuff, that is a prototype car. It was a super hopped up performance, like 800 horsepower, 700 horsepower sports car, basically race car, pretty much. And it had a fin or something on the back, or I forget. They talk about it in the video. You can hear all about or everything about the JFK car and everything else. And it's actually located with the NASA museum, or at least the boxing museum, because realistically JFK had more to do with boxing and football and basically scams than anything else. You can actually find JFK pretty much more, or his team, basically the Lockheed Special whatever team. You could find them actually more with the football scam artists, and basically look for them in Ireland and some other places, and they're basically responsible for the football scams and also some opium running and some other stuff. Basically, football scams, betting on games that have already been played, and stuff like that. That's basically where they are in Middle East and some other places in the desert. And pretty much they broke into a warehouse and found one of my high performance race cars, prototypes, very rare, very unique, and it was a supercar or whatever, or something like that, that I built, or I had built. I think I forget how many of those I built, but I think, but I had a couple prototype cars. Anyway, they broke in, they stole it basically out of a museum, pretty much. A lot of my stuff is relics, and a lot of it's very old and basically has to do more with me. Anyway, they stole it. They started driving around. That I think there's two or three of them. They might have been put in production, but the ones that they're driving around are basically classic cars and are over 40 or 50 years old. It never should have been touched. They used to start handing out. They used to go to a museum, basically start handing out the old stuff, pretty much, which is pretty much my old relics, which are one of a kind and basically like 40 or 50 years old. Some of my stuff was actually even thousands or millions of years old. And basically they just break into a warehouse using their after they make sure that everybody only is shooting at them with lead bullets. They basically kill everybody at a gun manufacturer, and then they make sure that all bullets and police officers, they basically go to the public and they say, we have to, they shoot up a bunch of people with regular bullets, and they say, and they start posting this stuff like, now if this had been a lead bullet, there would only be one or two casualties, but because we are the current police officers use brass or whatever, the bullets carry through, so we have to stop this. The public needs to do something about this. We need to make sure that people only use lead. Anyway, so they make sure that all the police officers and every police agency only has lead bullets. You can only buy lead bullets, they can only get lead bullets, and only lead bullets are produced. So basically they make sure that every police officer and everybody that they can possibly get their hands on pretty much is only shooting lead. Which won't do anything against real body armor. It just stops it like it's nothing. Even a bulletproof vest will stop lead. It just goes against you. It's like getting hit by a paintball round. Almost a laughable joke. Anyway, so, and then that's when they start killing lots of people and basically breaking into all the museums and handing out stuff like crazy. Anyway, and some people, the people that are smart, actually switch back to brass or basically kept their real ammo and won't buy the lead bullets because that's just stupid. Or if they buy the lead bullets, they just use the shell casings, basically, and remake their own bullets. Like I said, forging metal is actually rather easy, and making a bullet is also very easy. So, anyway, but basically JFK and basically they make sure they post it as basically, you know, what the police officer should be using is lead, and they basically make sure that police officers only shoot lead, and then they basically have their way with everyone, or at least as many people that are shooting lead, they have their way with. So, anyway, that's pretty much how that all goes down, basically. And pretty much, and they bribe a lot of supposed leaders of countries to make sure that they go along with it, so that, or threaten or kill or just kill a lot of leaders. So yeah, they basically kill a lot of people. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, they do fine until they try and take me down, and try and kill me, because well. Oh, it's funny, actually, that they try to do that. Yeah, in the end, I can just almost laugh about it. and also feel sorry for Rodney and a bunch of other people because, like, I don't really know what they were thinking, really. I mean, going up against the creator or the one who built and owned the legendary colony ship LSF. Like, that is a colony ship that is known throughout the galaxies by 12 races as well as many, many thousands of others. For every 700,000 races or 700,000 life form types that I know that I created personally. It was known by billions and billions of other things because, like I say, it took 500 of the deepest space missions all around the universe or galaxies. Very much a long haul ship, and it was very much legendary and well known as basically not only the purveyor of many races but also the purveyor of humanoid life forms. Like I said, it was lots of other planets would know me as the creator or the one who created the endoskeletons, and that's why I'm known as Lucifer Star, the creator. Anyway, and I'm a bit more than a president, and even the presidency was supposed to be a gift or whatever to the creator. Anyway, and a lot of other things. So anyway, like I said, Marilyn Monroe would sing "Happy Birthday, Mr. President." Present? What? Anyway, it's funny. It's a present from me to me. Anyway, I don't know. I don't really care. It's like, they got crazy and they started doing all this weird ass shit. And, it's just a gambling scam thing. And basically, like I said, they made sure that the police officers only shot lead and then they used depleted uranium as armor. So, and they basically just killed a bunch of police officers, a bunch of other people. And then as soon as people wised up, those other people were already dead. So. Anyway, and mostly it's just media things and fooling the public into thinking that he was part of the space agency or something or whatever. And mostly, like I say, most people just didn't know him as a really bad person he was until later on when he actually got to become governor or something like that. And that's when he really started being bad. And that's when things really got really bad. Anyway, he's one of those people that just, you start researching and start picking at it and it just turns into this big wall of shit that has black people and a bunch of other people, and he took down some Filipinos and basically Republicans, and basically realized that they're not only responsible for spreading the Black Plague, but also Ebola and a bunch of other things, and raping small girls and children, and pretty much treating women like they were property, and basically responsible for killing lots of people in lots of countries, and even other planets. Like I said, the problem was also is that they actually went out to other planets and tried to do their little thing, the same scams that they do on Earth, they try and do on other planets, and try and get access to even more technology, which just makes them a lot worse. And mostly what they do is they put in orders to other planets to have things built over there, and then they go there and then try and kill everybody at those other planets to try and get what they ordered. Spaceships, robots, whatever. And also a little bitty ship that was built by 1.5 to be built with standard life form sizes. And the 1.5 said, well, we're standard. Because they are. I mean, 1.5, 3 foot tall, about the same size, pretty much. I think they made the ship actually for 2 foot tall life forms. Or 4 foot tall life forms. And not really... It's roomy for a big ship. Anyway, I don't really know exactly what they built them, but it was nowhere near big enough for a person to even get through the airlock. And they said, "Well, force your way in," and that's where when one of the astronauts or one of their people said, "I'm afraid I can't do that," because he was literally like he could stick his arm in, and that's about it. Maybe his head. They stuck their head in or something like that. They couldn't because the helmet was too big. Anyway, they couldn't get into the ship or even the colony. Anyway, I don't know. You should see the records of the film of it, or whatever, because there are records of it. Basically, everything's on record. Everyone keeps records. So anyway, they basically just try and isolate Earth. So yeah, whatever.